Good afternoon. My power's back on and I'm ready to put together this little demo for you. As we discussed, it's going to be in this first 2-week block, landscapes, and kind of with an abstract leaning, but you can make them as realistic, or as impressionistic, or as abstract as you choose. I am going to just go through some basic preliminaries first and review some. This is going to be mostly review for some of you, but it's going back to the basics, which sometimes we really need to do, particularly after this long hiatus. So I am going to just show you some process and do a couple of quick little studies for you, and we'll schedule a Zoom chat for Monday at 12 noon, and I'll be looking forward to seeing some of the work that you may have been doing, and we'll take it from there. My first video for you, I showed you this collection of skies I did, and I'm just showing you that because you'll probably start your piece with a sky. I always kind of try to put my sky down in the beginning because you build the painting up from the back to the front. And so I'll be doing some washes for a sky in my demo, and we'll see what happens after that. I did want to show you this. I might have shown you this before, but it's just a quick little, these are probably 15 minutes a piece. These are little 6-inch panels I took from a half sheet of hot press, and this is a value study in with art graph. This is a cake of graphite that I will be activating with the brush and water. That's going to happen. And then this middle panel is just blocking in value with color and getting some warm and cool greens. This is pretty much analogous, but that's the color scheme of the Northwest. Analogous with the complement. It's kind of a blue-green with an orangey-red foreground. This, as I showed you before, I think, is just dropping in some washes and then going, just running some charcoal to kind of identify the different shapes or block them in. You can do any or all of these, or choose to do your own thing with pen, pencil, pastel, oil pastel, whatever. But these are just to get the juices going again. So I have sketched out in this sketchbook 2 little pieces here, and I'll be doing one with the value study and one with a little bit of a color study. I forgot to say that I'm going to kind of use this. You'll recognize that from Padilla Bay. I did a black and white contrast for value, and then this, when I ran out of black ink, so it doesn't show up as much contrast as I'd like, but it gives me a color scheme, and basically it turns out to be a blue-orange complementary color scheme. I'm just starting to use a little bit of my art graph, and I'm going to put in just a little bit of a wash of just a quick wash. Well, as you can see, that's a little quickie, and it's just really about shape making. And I've got my dark light, dark light, dark light. That's all I wanted. And I've got my shapes blocked in, and I kind of have a sense and a feel for what's there. And it doesn't have to be exact. In fact, I don't want it to be exact. I don't like it all to be exact. I could fix up this roof, but these are not masterpieces. They are to warm up and to just get a sense of what your subject is. You don't have to do mine. You can do anything that you want to do. Okay, so I'll do now a quick little block in of color. So these in real time took no time at all, and I worked out the value scales here, and the color one, I'm not trying to copy my reference exactly, but what I did run into is I didn't want all this dark not to blend in. I didn't want it to blend in with the roof, so I've made a decision that in my real painting I'll probably lighten the roof, and then that means I'll probably darken a little bit underneath the eaves for this shed. I simplified the slough because there's just too much information for me here to put in a little 5-inch square. But now I feel comfortable in having established some darks and lights and some warms and some cools, and I could go into a lot more complex detail on a quote-unquote real painting. I'll